All right, so what I would like to go over with you guys is how to do a couple of things in PowerSchool and something in Schoology. So I'm going to basically show you guys how to get your grades set up properly in PowerSchool. A few people are having difficulty with that, so I'm going to kind of give you a quick tutorial. All right, so the high school and the middle school have a different grade setup, and there's a district setup, and then there's your own classroom setup. So how you want to weight your activities or your assignments is up to you. You can use a percentage, you can use a total points, you can use whatever you want. District one, I'm going to show you, it's set up for the semesters. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up here to Power Teacher Pro. And once you have Power Teacher Pro open, you're going to go to the settings down here. And the dashboard has changed, so it took me a while to figure it out again, but I did. So you go to settings, click on it. We're doing traditional grade calculations. So we click on that. And so I've already got mine set up. And you need to set up each class individually, and then there's a way for you to copy your semester 1 to your semester 2, and that sort of thing. So these are my classes that are set up. And if I go down here, so the S1, the term weighting, that's already been done. So you most likely will have 2 check marks here. If you look at the actions, so this is where the middle school and the high school are different. So we have term weighting up here. We have quarter 1, quarter 2, and the final exam for semester 1. For the middle school, it's already put in as 40%, 40%, and 20% for their exam. For the high school, once you guys go in there, it used to be, and it should still be, it used to be 45, 45, and 10. That is a part that was done the same for everybody, and I'm not sure if it still is. So it's up to you to check that. But when I logged in to change these, my semester 1 was already set up. So I'm just going to hit save. Now the category weighting in your quarters is what you need to do. And the reason you need to do this is if you start putting scores in PowerSchool and you don't do the weighting or the whatever you decide to do, right before report cards come out, what happens if you suddenly remember and you do that, it's going to change all their grades. And you don't want to, I mean, I've done that before by accident, and it's shocking to, to have one grade and then suddenly you weight it differently. So it's important to have it done near the beginning of the year. So you go on here, it's going to say type of, what type you want. You can add more here. So it should show up as total points. You can choose category weighting, which was what I do. And I'm not going to use that one. But here's how I do mine. I go 60%. For me, personally, I do 60% is class and homework. I do 20% participation, which is being in class on time every day, getting your work done in class, and so on. And then tests and projects are also 20%. You do it however you want. I don't care. It's up to you, but it needs to be weighted. Now, if you do total points, that's totally up to you as well. But these, so the thing is when you want to pair PowerSchool and Schoology together, when you go to Schoology, which I'm going to also show you, you have to make sure that you have the same categories with the exact same names, so that Schoology can communicate with PowerSchool when you synchronize them. All right, so I do that for each class. So I have to do it. I know there's most likely, and so quarter 2, same thing. I do the same. And I do mine the same the entire year. Now, the final exam, I don't do anything for. It's just total points. It's 100%. It's weighted. And that's the way I've always done that. All right, and then it automatically goes in as 20% for the middle school, 10% for the high school. So you do that for each of your classes. And I know that there's a way to copy them all to other ones. I can't remember exactly how to do that. So let me see. If I go to actions, yeah, I don't, it pops up every once in a while, so I don't know how. So what I do, I was able to copy everything from semester 1 to semester 2, because you have to do that again anyway. Oh, there we go. Copy traditional grade calculations is up at the top. So you click on the copy. You tell it where you want it to go. So for example, if you're going to use the same weighting in all classes. So it's going to go from my semester 1 English 7A class right there. And I click that. And then what class is it going to go to? So you select the term, semester 1, and so on. And you keep going through. I've already done mine, so there's no need for me to redo that. But that allows you to copy everything, so you don't have to go through it again. All right, so you put in all your weighting, and then you just make sure everything's been saved. So that's how you do that. The other thing is people are having trouble finding how to communicate with parents. And so there's the old way of doing it was to go through here, student information, and go through, click on a name, then you click on demographics over here. But that's not where it is. This gives you just very basic information. It doesn't tell you their parent's name and stuff like that. Where you need to go in the new way is you go up to Power Teacher Pro. I'm just going to select a class. I'm going to go to Students, but I'm going to select a different class. Let me select my English 3rd hour. I'm going to go to, and by the way, all of these assignments, I never put these assignments in PowerSchool. These assignments got put into Schoology, and Schoology put them into PowerSchool when I synchronized. Anyway, so you go to Students, you choose your student. So, choose a student. I'll just choose Maria. And there it is. So there's her demographics. And demographics is down here. So I had it selected already. When you do that, personal information, home phone number, address. Not all of them have everything. I'll have all the information. But then you have here, mother's name, relationship, address, phone number, and then stepfather, grandmother, father. And so those are all in there, and there's usually a phone number for every one of them. So that's where that information is hiding now. So, if that's what you need to, if you need to get a phone number, that's where you're going to find it most likely. Okay. Last thing. So we want Schoology to communicate with PowerSchool. So let me go create a new, let's see, create a new, there we go. And I'm going to go to Schoology. It's under Learning Management Systems. When you're logging into Schoology, it's going to have you select your school Gmail account, your MTCPS account, and then it will connect. These are how my classes look. What I do, this is pretty plain looking when they first come out, so I create like a little picture that has 1st hour, 2nd hour, 3rd hour, and so on, because that helps me go to each class. So this you have to do for each class. So what I do, I'm going to go to my 1st hour English class. I'm going to go to Grades Setup. And when I first do this, this area is blank. But you're going to recognize these category titles are the exact same that I used in PowerSchool with the same weights. So you have to make sure that you spell it correctly. Uppercase and lowercase matters. So make sure that you spell it exactly how you spelled it in PowerSchool. To add something, you click the Add button. You're going to give it a category name. For me, I go by percentage, like so. You can decide to drop the lowest whatever percent. You can decide how to weight it or whatever. The semester here is already calculated for you. If you weight your categories, that's where the 60, 20, 20 comes from. And there was something over here that I round my grades. Sort of thing. So I hit save, and now I've got the exact same 3 categories that I have in PowerSchool. So when I am putting grades in, when I click on Gradebook, when I grade an assignment in Schoology, it automatically will go into this spreadsheet. To synchronize it, I'm going to hit the sync changes to PowerSchool. Anything that's changed, and you got to remember to hit the sync button because it doesn't do it automatically. So you hit the sync button, and then whatever grades are in here get transferred into PowerSchool into the under that student's name, under the exact same categories that you put in here. Now, why don't you, now your final grades, your grades in Schoology are not their grades. The grades that are in PowerSchool are their official grades, because you're going to find that you're going to do some things in Schoology, you're going to do some things in PowerSchool. So, for example, participation grades, I don't put them in Schoology, I just put them in PowerSchool because it's quick and easy. So that's how I do that. And also in PowerSchool, if they're missing an assignment, it's easier in PowerSchool to make them appear missing with the little brown box on the top. You can't do that in here. It doesn't work the same way. All right, and that can make that wider, whatever you need to do. All right, so that's how you synchronize them. And like I said, you have to do this for every class. So you're going to go back to all of your classes. You're going to go to grade setup. You're going to make sure that whatever grade setup you have in PowerSchool matches the grade setup in Schoology. Then there's an open line of communication, and it makes it easy. All right, that's it. Good luck. Have fun.